So today we want to find out how to find the confidence interval for a specific data set. It's not a straightforward command, but we can definitely use the functions provided in our studio to obtain this. So let's see how this is done. So to start with, we're just going to run the tidyverse package. And what we also need to run, we need to generate a set of numbers. So let's write num, and then let's write, say, runif, and equals 1000, min equals 1, max equals 100, for instance, right? So we generated a random vector of 1000 numbers from with a uniform distribution from 1 to 100. So basically, if I want to find the value, so it's quite simple to do. We're going to use the t.test function, and then we're going to write num, right? And once this is done, we can see that the mean value of x, or x bar of this vector, would be 49.84, and the 95% level of confidence would be between 48.04 to 51.64. And we can also do this, right? We can write conf dot int, and we get the very same numbers that we just got, with an indication of the level of confidence, which is 95%. We can also alter the level of confidence. Of course, we can do conf level 0.95 and 99. So basically, this is the t-test solely without the conf int. But if we want just the confidence interval values, we're going to do it like this. If we want specifically the lower value, we're going to write this with 1 because it's stored as a vector. And if we want the second one, we're going to write 2. Right? So this is how we do it for a single data set or vector or whatever. We can also do it for more than one, right? We can also do it for the second one. So let's do num2. Let's say this is runif, also with 800 observations and a minimum value of 5 and a maximum value of 44, for example, right? So we generated this, and basically what we can do the very same thing, only now we can add num2, right? And in this case, let's remove the confidence interval here. And what we can do, if we run this solely, we get the results of the t-test for both samples. And if we run this with the conf int, if we remove this, we're going to get both limits, right? And also the indication of 0.95. And we can, again, change if we do conf level 0.90, for instance. So we're going to get the 90% confidence interval. And again, we can do the same thing with 1 and 2, right? So that'll be the lower limit, that'll be the upper limit. And specifically in this case, you should know that once we use t-test for 2 samples, our studio assumes these are within different variances. So in this case, it's probably true because we can see that the bounds are completely different from one another, and the sample size and all. But if we want to disregard that, we can also add the var equals true parameter. And if we do this, let's remove that. So we got the level, the confidence interval, assuming num and num2 are does have the same variance. And of course, if it's not correct, we can remove this, or we can just disregard that, or whatever. But basically, this is how we can find confidence interval using R Studio, either for a single sample or for two samples.